Morning to you. Thank you so much for keeping it here on Morning at NTV. Stephen Mbide coming to you from Nansana. It's a new year, 2024. I'm speaking to the Minister of State for Kampala and Metropolitan Areas Affairs, Honorable Christopher Kabuye Chofatogabye, talking about the new year, which is also beginning with a big conference that is just happening in the next 1 week. Honorable Christopher Kabuye Chofatogabye, good morning to you and thank you so much for speaking to us.
Good morning to you and good morning to all viewers, and especially my people of Kampala, and not forgetting my people of Nakaseke. Yes, Happy New Year to you all. And actually today, yes, Merry Christmas. It's to that midnight in my faith. That's when Christmas stops.
Orthodox Church?
No, Catholics. Yes.
Okay. Honorable, first of all, before we ended 2023, you were so hard on executive, on the way they were on the ground operations. You were not happy with the way they were carrying out operations, especially infrastructure, administration. Should we expect a better picture this year?
Yes, absolutely right. Of course, we need not to beat around the bush. Sometimes we are given responsibilities to do some work, and people sleep on the job. And people think when you sit in these seats and you become comfortable, you think you've reached the heaven. But the moment you're given a responsibility and you sit in whatever seat it may be, whether lolling or rocking or wherever, just know you've been given a responsibility to deliver. And the whole Ugandans are looking at you. The whole about 5 million people are looking at you. So we think you are the pinnacle and the alpha and the omega of thinking and of working. And I don't expect them to sleep even a single minute. Because everyone wants service and everyone is looking at you. And the appointing authority has given you everything, including funds, to do that particular job. Of course, there's this nonsense of a song. There is no funds. How much money do you need? That, for me, normally, that's my question. How much money do you really need to finish up your job? And what have you done for the little you've received? Once you answer those two questions, you find that there's no more stories about there's no money, there's no this, money is always there, as long as we wake up.
You know, we've seen sometimes issues of cases of vandalism. Some work is done or some streetlights are put up. Either you find them not working, or you find some maybe even posters or road signs or even these traffic lights, some of them vandalized. Is this issue also going back to executive?
Yes. Reason being, who has a capacity to climb a 5-meter tall pole in the city if it's not you? Because normally I see them, when you're fixing them, they use a crane. To climb up there, you fix a panel, you fix a bulb or something like that. Then the question would be, who can climb a 5-meter pole tall height, in terms of height? Who? Again, you. Actually, when we pressed them more on the wall, they were speechless. Meaning they are themselves who come back and remove what they have fixed.
You know, some of these problems also led to the introduction of SFC, Special Forces Command, into the operations within the city. Something that looked so uncommon to have soldiers on the ground. But yes, in Kampala people were crying over infrastructure. We saw this. There was also a need to bring in SFC. But even up to now, you don't see many of them on the ground working on these roads.
No. You know, we have two issues now. One, the issue of vandalism ranges from the character and the discipline, both Ugandans and the same civil servants. When it comes to those issues of lights and so on, solar panels, civil servants are responsible. When it comes to the road infrastructures, those are signposts and so on, then the Ugandans are responsible. Because Ugandans are funny. They are the only people in this world who hate to be told. You hate a signpost, you hate this, you hate everything. Actually, Ugandans, we hate them. So you'll find others who don't mind to remove them, not knowing these signposts are important, especially when it comes to the road usage, traffic rules, and so on and so forth. However, the issue of the intervention of SFC was timely. First of all, it was an intervention of help where there is a need and someone comes to close that need and that gap. The gap arose from where? The gap started from the money power you have to fix certain problems. So they also came in to just close a certain gap, and they go. For them, they are not there permanent. They are there for assignment, which they have come, and they have delivered. You gave them 8,000 square meters of potholes. They have sealed their part. So we don't need them anymore.
Isn't this a question of failure to account to the people of Uganda, the people of Kampala? If roadworks, for example, KCC had the money to fix these issues, even the supplementary budget was also, the president also asked for some money to be given to KCC. Isn't this a question of failure to perform by KCC?
That's the very, very question actually we started in my head, and it's the very, very reason why I became hardy by the by the evening of 2023, and it's be the same question. And I would love you actually, you hope me, and pose the same question to the executive.
You are the supervising officer.
No, I've already done my job. Actually, by the way, I'm the most hated person now in Kampala because I speak the truth. The question is, I don't want someone to tell me there is no money. What have you used the little we've given you? Can you please account for this? You know, it is easier, Stephen, to come to you and they say, I need this more support. When I show you what I've done with the little. I've done this, now I need this. Simple.
You know, just in a week from now, we're going to be hosting a very important meeting, a non-aligned movement summit and G77 plus China. But this already, you know, some advanced teams have already begun coming in.
Long time ago.
Yeah, are we really ready for this summit? Is everything in order now, just a week, days to the summit?
Of course, by and large, yes, we are ready. Because Kampala is just a small part of the summit arrangement, only that they are going to be hosted within Kampala, but at least the summit begins from the international fora, then the airport, the receiving point, and then the hosting point, and then the accommodation point. Those three areas are, of course, ready, plus the auxiliary services like tourism and so on and so forth. By and large, we are okay. But of course, internally, we still have to fix so many things, including dustbins, which are not yet on the ground. Yes. But by and large, I thank Ugandans, especially those who have come up and responded to our call. And I thank those whom we've pressed more and more and more, and then they somehow woke up and work. You know, some Ugandans need to be whipped a bit, and then people realize it's their problem.
You know, as we've been preparing for this summit, we've seen directives of evicting roadside sellers, these people who have been operating containers, the vendors and the like. So they are beginning the year 2024 are jobless because you are expecting guests coming, but then you have also left them jobless. This is also absurd.
It's both a blessing in disguise. One, it is a blessing that the city must regain its sense and purpose. Working in the roads reserve is not actually sustainable. That is wrong. And actually that is the mediocrity of the smart city philosophy we talk about and people sing about. Oh, smart stay, smart stay, smart stay. Those are just mediocrity and cosmetic. You can't work in a road reserve. Why? Because this city is unfortunate that because of the land tenure system, we can't expand roads and these infrastructures. People are now calling for better transport system, or that can only be done when you have massive land so that you can construct lanes and lanes of roads entering in the city. Now the only areas we have are these existing road corridors, including those road reserves. Actually, we are going to construct roads, so we are modifying roads and upgrading them, including claiming all the road reserves. And that is all. That is the best we can expand. Or else we enter into another cost of compensation, restoration, and so on and so forth. So working in a road reserve is not sustainable. And I want to appeal to Ugandans, yes, despite the fact that we've got some bit of challenges and inconveniences here and there, go and work in a designated place. Don't work in a road reserve. Nobody is going to sustain you there. Whether today or tomorrow, another government will come and will not even mind. For us, we are a bit mindful. And actually, we've been so mindful, and We've been doing our job, our work in a very gradual manner, systematic manner, sympathetic manner. Everything we've been taking consideration of all these social whatevers of our
Okay, your final word in respect to Kampala and organizing this summit, but also to the Kampala dweller who wants to have a city that is proud of, especially when they look at issues of infrastructure and administration.
I want them to compare whatever we are doing to having a child. When you want to produce a child, you have to endure some bit of pains, which our mothers and wives call the labor pain. You know what happens there? Nobody can tell apart from the doctors and the person themselves. So when you want a livable city, when you want a good city, you have to endure some bit of pain. And that is removing you from where you think you're comfortable working, but in a wrong way, to a better place. Lastly, please bear with us and work with us. Some of us were here to help you. And indeed, we don't have anything apart from saying, let's put our city in order so that your children and yourself, just 2 years from now, they will enjoy the city. And most of them have started thanking me, by the way. They have started saying, you command, thank you very much for being strong.
I want to go back to studio now, but there is something I've seen on social media about the shutdown of Kampala today.
Oh, that is the best joke of the year. And I don't want Kampala. I don't know why Kampala you always give me jokes of the year. Nobody, I repeat, nobody, as long as I'm still in charge of my city, no one is going to do any video class of playing on Ugandans. Who are you to shut down the city? And who are you anyway? This is not, please stop the jokes. People, you can do your jobs. The good thing, I've been walking around and I see people are going to work. You just do your jobs. Remember, this is January. Children are going to school in the next 3 weeks, isn't it? So when they ask school fees, those guys, those hooligans will not even say, let's contribute because we contributed this. We caused this. So no one should threaten any Ugandan that there is any shutdown as long as I'm still living.
Thank you.
Please don't joke. And normally I'm not joking. Don't joke with my city. Please. You go home, you shut down your wife, you shut down your houses, you go in your bedroom and shut it down. Don't play with Ugandans.
Thank you so much, Honorable Christopher Kawecho Fatogabye, the Minister of State for Kampala Affairs and Metropolitan Area. I have now turned you back to Priscilla Regina Naroga in the studio with other guests.
Stephen Bide, you have awoken a completely different conversation with my guests in studio, but thank you so much. And Bana Kampala, let's go to work.